Hi everybody, here's another video on my series where I talk about the songs from my second album, Original Game. This video is about song number 8 on the album called Sound of Nothing. So starting off by showing the amazing artwork that was done for this track. So this is a card that was done by Audrey Desrosiers. This is the photograph that was taken, the creative collaboration between me and Montreal photographer Philippe Fay. This is the card that was done by Alex Bell, and this is a card that was done by Émilie Léger. So, Sound of Nothing is a song about a heartbreak. It's likely to be the song about the heartbreaks of the heartbreak of all heartbreaks. Obviously, I wrote it when I was completely shattered and heartbroken, that kind of moment when you just feel like you were just chewed up and spat out, or like, dropped off a cliff, just, that really overwhelming feeling of despair that you can feel. I think that in those moments, one of the only ways that you can get through them is to just transform it into, creativity and make something out of that. Definitely some of the most beautiful works of art of all time have always been created from that energy. So there's definitely something there to tap into if you want to get yourself out. Just channel that and transform it. So obviously we're still bringing in the character of Vicious that's coming from song number 4 through the experience of lust and love and finding oneself in that perfect place and then just being completely shattered. When the song was produced in the studio and recorded, I remember when we were recording the bridge for the bass, I remember telling the bass player, he had been doing a few tracks and it wasn't hitting exactly the way I wanted it to hit. And I literally said, okay, now play this and pretend that you've just lost your wife. And, he was like, okay. And he played, and it was the perfect take for it. So, once you're able to tap into those feelings and channel that through your performance as a musician, or any kind of performer, really, if you think about certain kinds of dance, you're going to go see a ballet or any form of a dance show and someone is channeling that kind of energy and bringing it forth. I think that it certainly makes for kind of a full circle experience, how you just experience those feelings and through this alchemical, way of bringing it forth into something creative, and then that brings true to certain people in the audience, and then they give you back this love and this gratitude for being able to bring forth that energy and allow them to feel whatever they have to feel like, and in return say thank you for this sort of cathartic experience that's allowed me to experience my own feelings. I think that as artists, we certainly have that ability to be able to present feelings that are honest, true, that are part of the human experience. It's definitely, when you listen to the music that's out there and you listen, and it's like, and there's this whole almost like an industry about like just having to be happy all the time, and then you've got a problem obviously if you're not happy, and then it's always about no, stay happy and be happy, and don't listen to songs that make you sad, just keep listening to songs that make you happy and that are upbeat and that are about just. And I think that it's important to acknowledge all aspects of the human experience, and it's important to release whatever needs to be released when you experience certain feelings. So many people cannot bring themselves to a complete human experience because they're afraid of vulnerability, and they're afraid of feeling certain emotions because they're not sure about how they would deal with them, or they've been told that it was wrong, or too weak to experience certain feelings, which is complete bullshit, because like I said, it's the human experience to just go through all emotions, and that's how you grow. That's how you have your own human experience, basically. Um, so yeah, when I was younger and I discovered certain artists that were on the top of, like, my my main sources of inspiration, I felt so grateful to be able to listen to certain songs that just made me feel like I wasn't alone in feeling what I was going through. And I've performed, I wrote Sound of Nothing back in 2014, 2013, 2014. And I remember playing it live once, and I always introduce it as the song about heartbreaks, because that's just my way for me to find this one way where I can connect with the audience on a level that's honest and true. And there was this young lady that came to me at did she? No, she actually wrote to me. She wrote to me after the performance, and she basically said that she was thanking me for having performed that song, and that was the song that she just felt, this stir of connection with my performance and with me. She was like, that was my favorite song. Thank you so much for having written it, and thank you for sharing it with us. And that was my favorite. So I just, there's definitely something there that we can offer as artists. We have that power, that ability to just be able to make it so that the people who are open to what we have to share know that whatever they're going through is just part of the normal human experience. So yeah, that's pretty much what Sound of Nothing is about. It's a very good rock song that I'm also super proud of the way that the arrangements went. It's pretty heavy, and it's what I wanted it to be, and it's very heartfelt. Every time I play it live, especially when the bridge comes in, I still get shivers. I still almost feel like I'm gonna start crying, just because it's such a true and honest song. Just read the lyrics for yourself, and see where they bring you within you. Also lyrics that I'm super proud of having written, because they're very honest. So yeah, don't be afraid to experience whichever feelings that you experience, because you're only ever gonna move on to the next level by just acknowledging everything that's inside you, and letting it pass through as anything else. So with that being said, download the song for yourself. You've got the Spotify, iTunes, and Bandcamp links in the description box. And of course, get your hands on your very own deck of cards, which you can get on my online store. You've got the link down there as well. So much love, and I'll see you on the next video.